Herodotus was the father of history. He's the first person that started chronicling things down and giving us a historical record. He went all over the world and chronicled very important things. One of them was between a diplomat from the Persian Empire who went down to Ethiopia after Persia had taken over Egypt, and they were, talking, getting to know their new neighbors. And the king of Ethiopia asked the Persian emissary, what do your people eat, and how long do your people normally live? And so the Persian guy described growing crops and making bread out of wheat. And they said that our people would normally live around 70 years. And the king of Ethiopia sort of laughed at him and said, well, no wonder you live such short lives if all you eat is dirt. We exclusively eat boiled meat from our livestock, and we only drink the milk from our livestock. And our people would live 120 years and sometimes more. And that might sound a bit far-fetched. And in fact, in the Australian Aboriginals and the Inuits and Masai and Native Americans and other such cultures that just ate meat, they actually talk about this longevity. And Dr. Salisbury, chronicles that in his book in the 1800s. He lived with the Native Americans. They said these people were hale and hearty, running around, with a pack on their back, following the buffalo herds day in and day out at 105, 110, 115 years old. They're not sitting in a nursing home turning to dust for 40 years. They're active adults in good health. We've actually known for about 20 years now, as geneticists, that chromosomally, humans are designed to live about 120 years. We get senior citizen discounts at 55 in some places. That's less than middle age. That should be in the prime of your adulthood, and yet it's not. And yet we're breaking down and getting more and more sick. Traditionally would mean if you eat, this is what your biochemistry looks like, and then you stop eating and your biochemistry switches into a different program in order to keep you alive and maintain things while you don't have any incoming food. I think that that's completely wrong. I think that our so-called fasting state is actually our primary metabolic state. This is the primary metabolic state of all animals in the wild, basically all animals in the wild. And we have studies on this going to 1980, 81 with wolves, and they said, well, you have to eat carbs, burn carbs was the thought. And so they said, okay, but wolves don't carbo load before they chase caribou for 10 hours. Do they have blood sugar? Do they have muscle and liver glycogen? They found out, yes, they actually do. And it's rock solid. It does not change. No matter what they're doing, it's basically the same. There's subtle variations, but they are in this so-called fasted state. And that allows their body to mobilize energy and nutrition from their fat stores. And that's our primary metabolic state as well. When you eat carbohydrates, it raises your insulin. Insulin basically shuts down your metabolism, and it slows your metabolism. Your basal metabolic rate drops on average by 300 kilocalories a day.
DoctorsToTrust.com, the world's #1 site for short, annotated nutrition videos.